Friday, everyone, and welcome to weekly recap number 109. As you can see, Rick is not here today. He is in Mexico for an event, but I do have a special guest with me today. That's Federica, as we know her in the community, Mrs. VMCE. So welcome, Federica. This is your first time in this show. Great to have you. How are you today?
Hey, Mary, every Friday community. Thanks a lot for having me here. It's a really sunny day here in Madrid. That's perfect for running today and enjoy the city and enjoying the show.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great. It's really great to have you. But yeah, we would like to first have an introduction of yourself. And we know that you are a certification services business manager for EMEA. You are Italian and you are based in Spain. But tell us more about you.
Correct. I am Italian and I am based in Spain, and I can't do home pasta and I can't dance any flamenco. Can you believe that?
I can't, because I know all Italians, they can cook pasta. So that's a new
Not
thing.
me,
I didn't know
not
that
me.
about you. Okay, that's an interesting fact, right?
And then, as you said, I am certification services business manager in Veeam, and I am also part of the core team for Women in Green, which is our internal network whose goal is to attract and develop the FAME talents in Veeam. And of course, I am certification business manager. My area is Europe, Middle East, and Africa.
That's definitely interesting regarding the Women in Green. I think you just started with them, if I am correct, and I'm looking forward to hear more on the developments, on the projects that you are working on. But maybe we're going to do another show about this. Yes, exactly. Tell us more about your position as a certification business manager at Veeam.
All right. So basically, I deal with bringing to the market the program that our very talented colleagues from development prepare. I am part of a global organization inside Veeam. We are a very great team, honestly. I'm very proud to be part of them. And we are spread around the world, from Australia to Colombia, from Canada to part of Europe. And our main goal is skill up our partners and our customers.
Okay, you just said customers. I always hear that education is for partners. Can you develop a bit on that?
Well, yeah, actually, everyone who put the hands on the Veeam products should be trained. Also, customers. Of course, if you are a very small business with a very small infrastructure, you maybe not need a professional training. But if you have a good enough environment, you would better have someone dealing with it inside your company, because at the end is your data, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I do know that you prepare something to help us navigate Veeam education system and understand, for example, the difference between university and the Pro Partner portal, as well as the technical education services program. Can you just tell us a bit more on this one?
All right. Yeah, I prepare this table that maybe you're showing. All right.
Yeah.
So I think this explains the difference between the three main programs we have in Veeam. From one side, we have university. This is free content you can find on veeam.com. Everyone can access it, just register it, and you can consume whenever you want. However, we noticed that this is especially popular among end users. Then you have Pro Partner portal, which is also offers free content, but this is just for our partners, and this is mandatory for compliance. The training contained there are mandatory for compliance. And then we have like the big certification part, like certification services. We used to call VMC program, and which is the area where I work most. This is the highest level of training in Veeam. Everyone, again, I never stop to say this, everyone who put their hands on our product should be trained and certified using this program. Of course, this is not free. We have qualified instructors delivering the trainings at our training centers. You can attend online, you can attend on site, and this is also mandatory for compliance.
Could you please explain a bit what do you mean by mandatory for compliance? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be interested to understand this term.
To know about sure. So we want our partners to have the best skills to give the best service to the customers. That's why, depending on the level, we have different levels. We ask to have a minimum number of people certified. We consider that this is the minimum number to give the best service and to protect themselves and our customers. If they do not have that number, we do not guarantee them the level of partnerships. However, if I have to be honest, many partners choose to have more than that minimum, depending on the size of the business, of course, so depending on the number of customers they serve. They may choose to have more than that minimum. In this slide, we see a little bit more about our program. So we have two main trainings, VMC and VMCA. In the VMCE training, you learn how to configure and how to manage a Veeam backup solution, aligned with the best practices, of course, of taking advantage of all the super cool features that our product has. For example, you learn how to create backup jobs for both for virtual and for physical machines, how to make granular and total restores, or how to integrate your backup solution with the cloud. And important, how to verify your backups. My colleague Ricardo always has a sentence that says, beginners backup, but experts recover. And I am sure that you sleep much better when you know that your backups are recoverable. And then on the other side, you have VMCA. This is, I think this is revolutionary. Because, of course, this course teaches you how to design and how to architect a Veeam backup solution. But the good thing is that you learn not just about Veeam, you learn about, I call philosophy, but they don't like it when I use this word. You learn about a methodology, which, of course, a methodology that Veeam recommends. But you can apply this methodology when you design any other environment. Of course, you learn about Veeam services and you learn how to size them according to the amount of type of data protect, but you can apply this kind of thinking to many others environments.
Yeah, but why do you think people should certify?
Well, why?
Do you have a good answer for that?
I have thousands. That's the 1 million questions. First of all, with the certification, you prove you are an expert, of course. But you may ask. You can be an expert even if you are not certified. And of course, you can be an expert without training. You can have a lot of experience and consider yourself an expert. But opposite on that, I do not know anyone who is certified who is not an expert.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I agree to what you are saying there.
100% of those who are certified in Veeam, they are experts. Veeam certification is demanding. It is true. You will pass the exam just if you are very well prepared. And I used to do like a comparison, like certification is like your driving license. You can be able to drive, of course, but just if you have your driving license, that's the proof you are a good driver, right?
Oh, I like that. I really like that, like I have heard many times that getting Veeam certified is like a pretty difficult task. I hear that pretty often in the community. We're going to talk later a bit that about some experiences that our members in the community had with the certification and the exam. But what are your thoughts on that? Do you find it difficult to get certified, Veeam certified?
Well, I have to admit that in the past, you could find some barriers. Some Veeam certification got like the fame, the name that is impossible to do it. But this is not true. We changed the exam long ago, and now when we do the survey, people describe this as fair. Of course, that doesn't mean that's a walk in the park. Again, if you are not fully prepared, you won't pass. But if you are an expert, you study the material after the training, you can surely pass with no problem. And we have a lot of people in the community that gave super interesting opinions, including making comparison with the old and the new exam, the old, very old exam and the new one. And we can give a lot of tips, resources. You can find in the community a lot of comments about Erasmus video on YouTube, which can help you to pass the exam and give you some good tips to pass it. But if you want, we can speak about this a little bit later when we speak about the community, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We can do that. So tell me, Federica, once you are certified, you can be recognized as a fully expert. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay. And what benefits do you have when you get certified? Can you just walk us through this?
Well, I think if I have to describe all the benefits you have to be certified, we could be stay here until Rick is back from Mexico next Friday. So that's it's impossible to have the whole list. But I am sure that, for example, just to give an example, many of you knows that if you are certified, you have like a fast pass with the support. That of course helps you to solving your cases quickly than others, and there are many other benefits on these slides you can see here. First, for example, you go beyond the basic skills. You can give a better service to your internal and your external clients. You can squeeze all the potential of the product. For example, did you know that 25% of customers who leave admit they did not know all the features? So when you are trained, that cannot happen. You have like a super full vision of all the products. And also, for example, you have a very clear return on your investments. Teams that are trained, faster deploying, faster troubleshooting, meaning that you save time for other tasks. You give a better service. You increase your credibility. Of course, if you give a better service, you increase your credibility. So you have a higher possibility to retain your customers. And same if you are a customer, you are faster solving issues, and you can guarantee your business keeps running with no disruption. And then, of course, it's a matter of market recognition. Imagine that you and your competitor are similar in price.
Okay.
And let's say that you have 5 certified engineers, and your competitor has just the minimum level for compliance, 1 or 2 engineers. What do you think the customer would prefer? Of course, is like you look more expert in front of your customers.
Yes,
And
absolutely, yes. But what
yeah.
can you tell us about the people, like when it comes to like talent retention, for instance?
Yes, of course. If we speak about people, as a company, you can see here in this slide, for example, we know that 94% of people stay longer in companies when they know that the company is investing on them. And same as an individual, we were mentioning before, for companies, you get credibility, you get prestige, you get involved in more interesting projects, you can improve your career, you can help your own company, of course, to grow, and you can grow yourself with the company. And it's funny because I hear many partners say that certification is not necessary to my employees, but when they seek for a qualified candidate to fill position, they consider certification as one of the most important prerequisites. So yes, they understand the value of the VMC certification. But anyways, I can spend hours. I can spend hours speaking about all the benefits that the certification can bring to our partners and to our customers.
Yes, but you know what I would like I would like you to just tell us where we can find as well information about the VMC and VMCA certification. I know we have this page, but maybe you can just give us a very like brief overview on this.
Yeah, it's very easy. If you go to veeam.com/VMC, you have all the information about our program. It's always updating, so every time that there is something new, you can find on that page. You can download, for example, the course description I described before, the VMC and the VMCI course description. You can also find the closest training center to you, where it says education centers. And yeah, I'm sure we have like dozens of training centers. So I'm sure that you can find like a language which is comfortable to you. And we have also a long list of trainers who, I have to say that they undergo to a very strict process. And after they are recognized as trainers, they are also submitted regularly to audit and continuous check. We check, for example, the feedback from the students. So we are sure that we always have the highest level and of our trainers.
Okay, that's definitely interesting. What do you think about talking about VMC program and our community? How do we actually work together?
Well,
we had a few projects last year,
yeah,
and we are trying to do some other projects together this year. So what are your thoughts on this?
So you maybe know how much I love the community, right? So like my experience last year, I was in the Summit 100 in Prague. What a great experience, spending 3 days there with all those talents people. Yeah, that was amazing. And I felt there that like I was in the Oscars, with it. I saw all these familiar faces because all of them are very active in the community and on social media. So I feel I was like in a very popular place. And speaking about the cooperation, yeah, there is a really big cooperation between our programs. For example, maybe many don't know that Vanguards and Legends are involved in the development of the course itself. They were involved in the last version, and I am sure, 100% sure, that they will be involved in the new one when the moment will come, of course. And on the other hand, We regularly have trainings dedicated to the community. As you were exactly mentioning, we did one training in November dedicated to the community just in EMEA. That was just in EMEA.
And people actually shared all that with us, right? As we can see it here on the LinkedIn page, we have Marco Fabri that shared with us the course, and then we also have Christian. Is very. He was very happy to actually be involved with the VMC, and I'm pretty sure you got more feedback on this, right?
Yeah, well, that was amazing, because the reason why they received this training is that it's because they are active in the community. So having someone as Christian, as you mentioned, Marco, Maurice, Vladan, well, I can remember all the name that, but they are supporting a lot the community. So it was great to give something in change, but it is also great because they are real people dealing with real environment. So it is not just me as certification services business manager speaking about how good is the program. It's real people speaking about the course, speaking about the exam. So yeah, it's great to have their feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have also prepared here some of the
so you prepare samples.
Yes, we prepare some samples in here from our community. One of them is actually from Nico. He's talking about the exam personal experience, as you can see.
I think the post from Nico was very complete, because he has, as we mentioned before, he is one of those who has different experience with different exams. So he did here a comparison with the two exams, the old version and the new version. So it's super great. And if you go at the end of the message, we find that that what we were saying before is not easy, but if you are prepared, you pass 100%. And also thanks, Nico, because saying that we are doing a great job in creating the VMC exam.
Yes, and then you have one from Marco in Italian, so maybe you can translate for us. What is he talking about in here?
I don't know if we have time for that. Yeah, but I love that thing of the community that, of course, we have different groups in different languages. And I think it's great because we can reach, sometimes you prefer to read the content in your own language. So Marco was great for Italian, but we have dozens of examples of others that post in their own language. And I saw you also selected a post from Maximilian's, I think, experience. And this is great because you speak about PMCA. And see what it says is plain here something I forgot to mention before. Now I see it, that VMCA has no labs, but they have like team exercise. That's great because people can work together. They build in a scenario. So it's like a teamwork that they do during the training. And I also think it describes here very well what we were speaking before at the beginning of the session about the philosophy now, the methodology that you can apply to more environments. This, I think, it's very good content from Maximilian's. And
but then you also, I think, selected some few others articles from like personal blogs from few of our members. I believe they are also like some of them legends, some of them are Vanguard. So can you tell us a bit about this one?
That's great because we see that people is not just active speaking about VMC program in the community, but they are also bringing that content to home and describing. Then we see the Marcus content in the My Cloud Revolution, or Antonio in undernet.cloud, or there is a good post you selected from Vlad. We also have like a short interview with Rasmus during Veeam Explore. That's, I think,
I remember that. I remember that.
Well, we had pretty fun.
We were there
also in Barcelona. Yeah, it was hard, lots of work, but yeah, it was also fun with the community there.
Yeah, this was really, really good. There's, oh, sorry, didn't want to do that. I also wanted to mention one important thing. When people get their VMCE and VMCA exam, when they pass the exam, they can also get a badge, as you can
Yes.
see it in here, right? This was actually Federica's idea to get a badge for VMCE and VMCA. So if you are certified, let us know. We're going to award you one of these or both of them. As you can see, Michael has both of them. And
yeah,
then
it was my
Nico
idea,
as well.
but I have to give the importance to you that you were leading this, and to Sophia that put this in practice. Actually, she did an amazing job in doing this. And
yes, I always say Sophia is Badge's boss. You know, when people come to me and ask me, can you award me this badge? Because I did that. And I'm like, please go to Sophia. She's the Badge's boss. I'm not in charge with that. So yeah, that is always fun.
I am the lady VMCE. She is the Badge's boss.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we have to also have fun with this, right? So, yeah. But this is a really a lot of good information that you provided today, and there is a lot of information as well. Very good information from experience, and this is the most relevant, I would say, in the community. I'm sure we could spend hours talking about it and looking over as well some great articles in the community. But what I got from here is that being trained and certified is definitely a good idea.
It is.
Right?
It is.
And you know what? Today we did like a special edition. We didn't really selected like 3 articles from the past week. So we wanted to talk more about VMCA, VMC. We wanted to make it special and different. But I have to, before we go, I have to mention that this week we had like a Vanguard class 2023 and Legends class 2003 selected, and everything is now official. And I'm sure we are going to talk more about it next time when we are going to be here with Rick. But any other thoughts from you, Federica, before we close?
Well, no, I saw a lot of people publishing the Vanguards and the Legends, so I just want to congratulate everyone. I'm so happy to see many of my community friends have been confirmed again, and they keep the community high. So congratulations to everyone, and happy to see all your badges or your mailings published in the social media.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, congratulations, everyone. It's great to have you. You are doing this community. You are like, you know, like you are the most important, you know. So it's really great to have you back. Many of these are returning. Some of them are new. So it's really great to see all that. But yeah, thank you very much, Federica, for accepting the invite. As I said, it was really great information. I'm sure everyone will appreciate this show, and everyone is going to watch it and maybe get some new information they didn't know about it. And yeah, let's hope they're going to get enrolled for V12 as well as for the exam.
Hope so.
So let's see how it's going to go this year. Maybe next time you're going to give us more details on that. When is V12 certification out? Probably don't know at this time, right?
Still, it will take a while. You know, we are taking it very seriously, so it will take a long, still a while, let's say, until we will see the new version of the course. But I encourage everybody to attend the course as soon as possible to get certification, and then they can always upgrade if you need to have the last version of the certification. But the doors of our training center is always open.
Thank you, Federica, and thank you everyone for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you around.